Okay, welcome back to the Dublin Academy of Maths. My name is Michael Dalton. You can find me on Facebook as usual, or dublinacademy@gmail.com. dublinacademy@gmail.com. So this is Leaving Cert Ordinary Level Maths, and we're on Series 7, which is about the line, and it's Episode 6. Okay, now there's a few questions here, so I'll let you look at them later and I'll come back to them, okay? I'll explain them in better detail. So, today we're going to do relative to finding the equation of a line. Now, okay, so what does finding the equation of a line mean? It means that when you're looking at an X and Y diagram, for example, here, and you have a line, but you can give that line a name, okay? Now, really what you need is two things to give that line a name. You need to have the slope, which is also known as M, slope. They just characterize it like, say, M of L, that would be L, say. Okay, M of L is equal to, and you'd have a set of points, X1 and Y1. Okay, so all you need to know is a set of points in that line. Okay, now, I'm going to show you how to do one, so giving those details. Okay, so for example, I have this line here, L, and it's got the point 2, 3 and 4, 2. Okay, it doesn't look, that looks like 2, 3, and we'll call this 4, 2. And it might look relative, but anyway, well, they are actually quite nearly there. Now, in order for me I needed to find an equation, I need to put these into an equation that will give me an equation as such. Y minus Y1 is equal to M times X minus X1. And that's the equation. Okay, so you've got a slope and you've got a set of points. These are unknown, but they make the equation. Do you follow? It gives it a name, right? So it ends up getting a name in space and such, in two-dimensional space. Right? And you know that this line can continue on up into infinity, and this way included. Okay, so remember that it just so happens it's confined within these 2 points here. Now it says find the equation of that line. Find the equation of given those points. But first of all, I don't have the slope. I have a set of points. My set of points, I can pick any set of points. Okay, I'll just pick the 4, 2 in this case. Right now, for me to find the slope of that line, we remember that the formula is y2 minus y1 is equal to x2 minus x1. Right, so when we have two set of points on this line, and we're going to put them there, 2, 3 and 4, 2. And the first thing I do is I label them x1, y1, x2, y2, and I slot them into the equation. Okay, so I'm putting them into the equation here, and m is equal to y2 minus y1, so it's 2 minus y1, which is 3, all over x2, which is 4, minus x1, which is minus 2. Okay, so you get out the line, you get minus 1 here, and you get 2. So the slope of that is minus a half. And you put it back up there, so you know where it is. We'll just check that 2 minus 3, yeah, 4, 2. Okay, yeah, it looks okay to me. Now, so we've got the slope, right? And the next thing we do is we put it into the equation. Now remember, if you can't remember how to get the slope, remember that's the y's, the differences between the y's over x's. Also, it can be tan of the angle. So if they give you the angle, you can find the slope, and it's usually between 1. Well, I can't tell you what it will be, but it's usually 1 or 0.19 or something like that, or 1. You know, something simple. You know, but they're all relative, you know, because you can have a very high slope as well. Like that'd be +2, I'd imagine. Well, we'll see actually. So we put them in. So we've got our set of points. We're using 4, 2. We found the slope. So we've got x1, y1. So it becomes y minus y1, 2, is equal to m minus a half times x minus x1 minus 4. Now I've got a half. I need to multiply everything across by 2. To this side and that side, they will cancel here. So it becomes 2 times y minus 2 is equal to minus, so I'm going to multiply by 2, minus 1 times x minus 4 all over 2. Do you see what I've done there? So they cancel. So I'm just left with minus 1 times this. Okay? And I work it out. It's 2y minus 4 is equal to, so they're gone, minus x plus 4. Okay? So I have this equation, 2y minus 4 is equal to minus x. Okay, I'm looking at this. Multiplying across by 2. Yeah. And I got minus 4. So I'm going to bring the x over to make it positive because I want to put it in the form of an x first. So x plus 2y. Bring the 4 over, becomes minus 4 minus 8 is equal to 0. Or you can leave the 8 over the other side and make it equal to plus 8. You know, it really doesn't matter. Okay, so as long as you put it in that form. So what I'm saying is that it comes in that form. This is its template we saw before. Okay, this is where it cuts it. Y-axis. There's another thing. So now you know that it's, well, it's going the wrong direction. Okay, it's got a positive slope, so it's going this direction. Right, somewhere out here. Okay, so it's connecting down here, so it's got a negative slope. So we were wrong in the first instance. But anyway, you see where I'm going. So L is now this L. Okay, with whatever the number's there. So this is minus 8 down here for y. So we know that's y is the y-intercept. Right, okay, so that's, we'll look at here now and see if I have anything else. So that's its equation. So in order to find the equation of a line, you need to know 1, its slope, and 2, a set of points. Now find the equation of a line just given its slope. So find the equation of a line given its slope. Alright, find the slope of a line. This is actually, find the slope of a line, of this line. X plus y minus 6 is equal to 0. Now remember before we did this and we said we can find the slope because we can put it into the form of y is equal to mx plus c. Yeah? And we can sort it out and we can find the slope from it. I know I've been over this almost a lot of times, and c. Okay, the y-intercept. But we won't bother with c for the moment because I can show you another way to get c. Anyway, so y is equal to, bring the x over becomes minus x, bring the plus 6, minus 6 over becomes plus 6. The slope of that line, m of that line, of there's no name for it, we'll say k, m of k is equal to minus 1. Alright, so you're putting it in that form. We know that 6, now if, okay, so we'll leave it at that, yeah. Now we know that 6 is the y-intercept, that means where it cuts the y-axis. Okay, where it cuts the y-axis. Alright, so that's how you can find the slope of a line given its equation. You can find its slope by putting it in this form, changing the template. Okay? Find the equation of a line given its slope. Well, we know that. You know how to do that. Yeah. Okay, well we'll try 3, 4. Oh, we'll leave it at that. Well, we'll try 1. Find the equation of point 3, 4. This is, I'm just repeating this, and the slope is equal to 2. Okay? x1, y1. So we have a set of points, that's 1. Number 2, and we have the slope. Okay? So we get m is the slope as well. So we just put it into our formula. Y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. You have to memorize this. So y minus 4 is equal to 2 times x minus 3. Okay, so for the x1, and you multiply it out, minus 4 is equal to 2x minus 6, bring the y's over because you want to keep the x positive, 2x minus y, and minus 4 comes plus 4, minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, I hope you can understand that. It's just algebra. Okay, so if you want to improve your algebra, go to series 1, all algebra there. Okay, it'd be very handy to learn that one. Okay, right, that's everything now. I hope you do a few of those questions. Let's have a look at these questions. I don't see any problems here, really. Find the equation of the lines through the following points. Well, you've got a set of points, but you don't have the slope, so you're going to have to find the slope of that line, and the same forward. Okay, you'll continue, just find the slope, and then put whatever point you pick, you can put it into the line. Okay. Find the equations of the lines with the slope m and a point. So you're given the slope. M is equal to 4, that's the slope, and the point is 1, 5. You put it into the equation. Y minus y. It's practice. I know it's repeating it a lot, but once you get the hang of these and you don't need to go on any further, you can stop. You know, you don't have to do them all. So the slope of this is minus 3 and the point is, okay, so label your points. Right. Now down here is very interesting. It concludes the point 0, 0. Okay, so it's passing through the origin. Very important here. Okay, so just put 0 and 0 and you'll just have a nice little equation. And the same here, 0, 0 is the origin and a third is the slope. Minus a half is the slope for 48. Okay, best of luck on those questions. I know you do well. Bye.